Yo, yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Clarence back at the house. Yes, I'm in the building. Pursuit of freedom. Holla at ya. Just want to bring to you another trade, and I'm trying to do this thing more so in hindsight. One, to illustrate several things. Because you looking at, I'm going to go to the daily chart. This is BIOC ticker symbol. BioC Incorporated healthcare sector. Healthcare stocks have been where the money has been while this market is getting its hind parts whooped, right? Diagnostic research. Let's look at the overall market right quick. Oh, I don't show it to you. But I got the Dow Jones over here. And what you know is that the overall market, because the Dow can represent the overall market. Any one of these I look at can represent the overall market. But I look at the Dow because it's the only one I'm paying for to be live. The rest of my indexes are delayed by 15 minutes that you see up here. I'll slide these in. I love this software. 15-minute delay there. 15-minute delay there. So the Dow is what I look at the market open for me. The market for the last several months has been getting whooped. And I still think it's going to take some more whooping, right? All right, get back to Trade King. I'm doing this in hindsight, though, because this was a decent trade for me. I also paper trade practiced it in about the same time frame that I actually traded it. Now I'm gonna side by side these. All right, so I got in my actual E-Trade account, BIOC, at about $1.20. Got out 20 cents later. 20 cents is a easy target for me. One trade actually, but the order got executed two times, I guess. They cut it in half for $80. $80 in 20 minutes. Once again, if you work for minimum wage in Florida, you might work 8 hours at $8.25. 8 times 8 is 64. So in 20 minutes, you can go get a day's salary. Go do a day's work with $544 investment. Or you can go buy them shoes, or you can go get that iPhone or whatever. But I'm finna grow it. Try to show people how to do it. Every day ain't a winning day, but what I learned for me and studying my own habits is when the market is selling off like crazy, I'm not looking to trade nothing. Sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. How long have I been talking already? I'd have been yapping just 2, 3 minutes. So like being that I'm long biased, when the market is selling, studying my habits for the last few years, I don't do good trying to buy the market that's selling. There's a saying out there that talking about the market that says 3 out of 4 stocks follow the market. So when the market is doing this, sell it off. It's not the best days to buy, but we got a little deviation here. We see that $1.9 trillion has been spent in the Dow already. It's some money out here in the market, people. Put your hands in. Get your hands in. So Monday, the 17th, the Dow closed all the way down here, and it's 23,595-ish area. It gapped up today to the tune of, look at that box, if I can get it lined up right. Okay, so he had opened up here and pull it back. So it gapped up to about the tune of $266, $270, somewhere in there. That's all I want to show you with that. But I got into this thing. I got the minute chart on the left, daily chart on the right. And look at it. Look at the stock now. The stock opened on the day at exactly $1. It closed Monday down here at 69 cents. This is why you want to be quick. This is why you want to trade, vice versa, invest. When you're looking at, especially these penny stocks, garbage companies, you can lose a lot of money playing with these things. But the best way to protect your capital is to have your capital on the sideline at the end of the day. Me, I work the night shift, so I got this past my bedtime. It's 15 minutes past my bedtime right now. It's 10:45. I got in and out of this thing relatively quick. I was out by 9:55, as you can see. I actually got into my actual position first. I got into paper trading second. As you can see, my paper trading was I got in at 124, and I actually got out late because I got out here first, and then the stock had started to pull back some by the time I got out of my paper trading. But I like to look at the differences. $500 investment here, $10,000 investment here. You got 11 cents growth here, 20 cents growth here. If this was 20 cents growth, this would be $2,000. I mean, that's the basic thought process. But let me tell you why. Because, looking at the daily chart, this obviously is not a breakout. This stock has been falling like crazy. This stock is getting whooped by the market. Ain't doing nothing good overall. And right now, the price action has risen and fallen back down to where it opened at. This is why you want to trade if you're doing anything with penny stocks and not look to invest for long term, in and out, in and out. But the company had great news. News is the number one catalyst out there, period. News. Sometimes a technical breakout can just catch fire because there's a lot of people looking for technical breakouts. So that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But when a company has news, you can really easily set yourself up the profit. So you got BIOC. This is Yahoo Finance. I just came over here after I noticed it was moving. See, the stock got to show me something. I got to have a reason to be interested at all, right? At one point, this thing was the number one on the day. When I first got in it, it was around this same range. Let me see where it's really at. Okay, so now it's back to being about the number two stock on the day out of a list of 2,200 stocks that I got listed there. Come on a minute, yeah. Keep my instrumental going. But anyway, you got BIOC and Prognos. Right at 7 minutes. I'm still all right? BIOC and Prognos entered a partnership to apply artificial intelligence in order to help pharmaceutical and life science companies optimize commercialization of biomarker targeted therapies in oncology. So, I mean, this is in medicine. It's in my own field. This partnership enables BIOC data monetization strategy to enhances Prognos repository of more than 20 billion laboratory records to predict disease earlier. All right. A little bit about the companies. You ain't got to read all of this here. I mean, by the time I would have read all of this here, I was already in the stock. A leading BIOC, a leading commercial provider of liquid biopsy tests designed to provide physicians with clinically actionable information to improve the outcomes of patients diagnosed with cancer, has entered into a software license and laboratory data supply agreement with Prognos Incorporated, an innovator in predicting disease by applying, this was the key for me, artificial intelligence to clinical laboratory diagnostics. Under the agreement, BIOC will supply de-identified data from its liquid biopsy testing to Prognos, which will leverage its AI capabilities to help its pharmaceutical clients ensure that the right patients receive the right therapies. I don't need to read anything else on that. Basically, if you know anything about today's world, artificial intelligence is coming. It ain't coming. It's already here. I mean, I can think about how, like, we got Mark Zuckerberg that's selling off our information. He ain't the first. He ain't gonna be the last neither. You know what I'm saying? We are being studied from how many times we swipe our credit cards, how many bottles of water you buy, what things you're looking at on the internet. I mean, we're being studied, and artificial intelligence is being used in every facet of our lives, even studying disease. So I thought that was a brilliant concept in itself, because to the tune of 20 billion laboratory records to predict disease earlier. See, everything leaves clues. Everything in life drops a few breadcrumbs, has trends, and even diseases have trends and drop breadcrumbs and leave tools. And when you can study 20 billion of them, I mean, the concept is trying to get ahead of the disease. So to me, that technology right there sounds beautiful. But they'll put these articles together to sucker people in. This is why I say trade stocks. I ain't falling in love with the company. Oh, yeah, that's brilliant technology. But if you look at the stock once again, the stock done risen and has gotten beat back up. Why? Because the whole market getting beat up. So you want to get in and out of these things kind of quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to play with it all day. I got in, cut me a little tiny slice of that cake. There's a lot of cake out here in the market. Cut me a tiny slice of that cake, got out. My profit target is usually between 20 and 40 cents on how many ever shares I had. In this case, it was 450 shares, a little small, tiny position, paid my $9 in commission. You know what I'm saying? And that's riding to Gainesville. Like I said, I don't trade when the market's getting whooped, but this was a gap up day, meaning that it's green. The Dow is still up 220 some dollars on the day. So I looked for something to buy. If the Dow was down 200 and some dollars, that's when I go get my feet kicked up, my shower, have my shower, lay down in bed, get ready for my next day's work. Because I studied myself and I realized I do not do good trying to buy a market that is selling off. So sometimes you're going, the best trade is no trade. Sometimes you're going to have to just sit back and watch or come and just do your little bit of practicing. But that's all I want to bring to you. You know, some people go to work all day and don't make $80. $80 in 20 minutes. This is Pursuit of Freedom.